Hello and welcome back to my playthrough of Final Fantasy XIV within the Final Fantasy Marathon, and in this episode I continue the Heavensward DLC, so without further ado, let's get into it. So we are going to the Pillars of Ishgard in order to finish off one of the brothers' quests. Of course, yesterday went through the Sea of Clouds, did all the quests and side quests there, and we end it by speaking to Horshafont about what we found, including the primal Bismarck. I confess I've always been rather fond of airship travel. The chill of the wind upon your face, the warmth of the blood pumping in your veins from the excitement. I find the whole experience indescribably invigorating. Or mayhap it is simply the joy of having cheated death yet again. Haha. In any event, I must make for the congregation and inform Sir Aymeric of all that has occurred. Emin Elaine should have returned to the manor by now. Why not go and see if he has recovered from his ordeal? Dun dun dun. Do 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 do. Dow da dow diddly dow dow diddly diddy dow diddly dow. Hello, mates. Here we are. Oh, it's you, Aramir. Gods, did he have to strike me so hard? Father, he did not approve of how I handled matters in Camp Cloudtop, how I endangered the lives of others through my own recklessness and incompetence. It's not easy playing the hero, is it? Do do do. I need to clear inventory space. Do 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 do. Oh, good heavens. Oh shit. I mean, sorting them out isn't necessarily a bad thing, to be fair. Do 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 do. That'll do. Let's go. So now the only thing we have to do is go to the Western Curthus. Explore around here. So we go to the Chocobo Cape. Bum bum bum. Do, 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 do. Greetings, Master Ironheart. I've saddled a black Chocobo for your journey to the Western Highlands as per Lord Autoriol's instruction. Will this be your first time riding a black chocobo, may I ask? If so, you're in for a treat, as I dare say you know. This particular breed can fly. Given the right conditions, they can carry you quite high too, even over snow cloak. You needn't worry about directing the bird, of course. Like all porters, she's trained to carry you to your destination all by herself. So just relax and enjoy the view. Oh, and be sure not to relax your grip, will you? 2 hands on the reins at all times, if you please. Here we go. Lovely jubbly. Kerfus, the Kerfus Western Highlands.
To the frozen wastes of the Western Highlands, once verdant tracts made pallid by the calamity. Beyond the towering wall of ice, to lands long forsaken that the knights of Ishgard strove tirelessly to reclaim. To the hamlet of Falcon's Nest, once abandoned, now free of its pall of snow.
Excuse me,
and ash,
with my schnez.
he came.
Ding dang do. So Falcon's Nest. And yeah, this place is fucking huge. The world looks quite different when viewed from the back of an airborne chocobo, does it not? I still find the experience strangely liberating. To business, Sir Redwald is in charge here. He should be expecting us. It has been far, far too long, Lord Ortwile. And who might your companion be? Pray forgive us our lateness, Sir Redwald. I present to you Ariamir Ironheart, Ward of House Fatom. Ah, yes, of course, Lord Drearmont spoke of you. I, Sir Redwald of House Durandare, do bid you welcome to Falcon's Nest. We are both eager to contribute to the settlement's restoration. How may we be of service? Before we speak of that, would I be correct in assuming that Master Ironheart is unfamiliar with our recent history? Then, with your permission, I shall recount the tale for his benefit. As you may know, Falcon's Nest was once a hamlet with a small garrison of knights and some few villagers, and then came the calamity. When it became clear that the snow would not stop falling, we had no choice but to order a complete withdrawal. The settlement and the entirety of the Western Highlands were to be abandoned. Abandoned to the heretics, Lady Iceheart and her kind have walked these lands with impunity ever since. Aye, but no longer. The Holy See has commanded the reclamation of the Western Highlands and the expulsion of heretical elements. Falcon's Nest is key to accomplishing these objectives, but as you can see, rebuilding the hamlet will be no small undertaking. As craftsmen require support and protection, any assistance you can offer will be greatly appreciated. As promised, we of House Fatom are at your disposal, so Redwald, you need but tell us where to begin. Several craftsmen in service to House Dismail are contributing to the restoration of Falcon's Nest. These men and women are quite skilled at building and repairing fortifications, but their progress has been hampered by a number of factors. Roth, their foreman, tells me he has need of a man with your talents. Would you be so kind to seek him out? Yeah. Well, Met Traveller might interest you in a Chocobo Porter. Ah, do not tell me this is your first visit to this stop. I shall update my register with your name so that you may access this location in the future. Oh, he's over there, but we'll get these first. Roon. Yes, I'm Roth, and who might you be? Ah, the promised help. Glad to have you aboard. I've the honour of overseeing the fine mess you see before you. Sent me over one of them blackbirds, same as you, to build the mend and tell others how to build and mend. But fury take me, this ice, it's bloody unnatural how fast it forms. It's icicle sprites, I tell you. Mark my words, there are pockets of them here and there, just waiting for me to turn my back so they can sneak out and do their dirty work. So I need you to search the hamlet and put an end to it. If you stand watch long enough, you're sure to find them. Yeah, boy, you bloody. Ding, dang, do. I say ding, dang, do. 3. Lovely jubbly. That is the only etherite though. So any travelling far along the map is going to be long. I'm coming Roth or Roth or Roth-A or Rot. Haha. Let's go. Ah, now there's a man who looks like he found his marks. You're just the sort we need around here, the kind that'll hop to when he sees a task undone. You're a dab hand at Warcraft, I can tell. Not that I have any skill at arms to speak of mine, but it doesn't take an expert to recognise expertise. Be a waste to keep you to myself when there's others of what need help the same as me. So if you're keen to help on doing what you've done, I'd ask to head north of the Pike, the bloody huge statue out in the waste if you've never been. Mason by the name of Pheromon is out there tending to the thing. Good man, Pheromon. But I reckon he's taken on too much work for one. Might be there's something you can do for him. Right. Let's go. Do 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 do. Bum 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 bum. Steenbock or Steinbock. Need to slay 3 of them for their meat. There was an update, that's the reason why I've streamed at 7:30. I've noticed these like dagger symbols that are appearing as well, and on me as well. I don't actually know everything that's updated, but there's definitely some things. There we go. For that, let's have a look at the map. Gaunt figure. Yeet. Do 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 do. We're not doing the fate. Yeah, boy. Tiermont. Hail to you, traveller. What brings you out this way? Foreman Ross, bid you assist me? Well, far be it from me to turn down a helping hand. I've been tasked with the restoration of this sculpture. 5 years of neglect have not been kind, to say the least. Fortunately, I have just the thing for it. Rather, those deep eyes have it. If you could slay 3 and bring me their bristles, I would be in your debt. Dun 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 dun. Do 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 do. Oh. Mute. Dun 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 dun. Right. Great Tail Falls, the 9th there, and the Warrens. Now here we are. There you are, have you the bristles? Ah, feel how coarse that is. That's why they're perfect for scrubbing the soot from the statue, bloody hell, can't speak. Beautiful, isn't it? The spitting image of Haldrath, first of the Yazur Dragoons and one of Ishgard's founding fathers. A symbol of everything the Dravanians despise, which is why they've taken to searing it with dragonfire every time they pass by. But no longer will we suffer this destruction of our nation's hero. Soon this statue will be as it once was, a proud, shining testament to the determination of Ishgard, and a message to the heretics that we have returned. The work may be hard and conditions harsh, but as a proud Ishgardian, I could ask for no greater honour. Are you for Falcon's Nest? If so, I have a favour to ask. There's this knight, Sir Usador, stationed at the anvil to the west of here. She's always treated me with kindness and respect, more than I deserve, to be honest. Any road, while you were away she came through on patrol, and I think she might have left a package behind. It's a bit of a detour, but would you mind returning it to her? My thanks to you, friend. Let's go. A bit of a detour, you say? It's not really that bad. Bom bom. What's that, a package? I haven't the foggiest what you're talking about. Confound it, that fool of her. What a waste. It was a gift, adventurer. Pharamond labours day and night without regard for his own well-being. At the very least, he ought to try to eat better. Why not simply give it to him? By the Fury, have you no sense of decorum? A high-born knight cannot be seen favouring a low-born mason in such a manner. Nevertheless, I appreciate your concern, as well as your willingness to assist Pharamond. May your journey back to Falcon's Nest be safe and swift. Pray give me regards to Sir Redwald. Okay, mate. I must applaud your initiative, Master Reinhardt. Ruff tells me you have been quite busy. Alas, we have not the time to thank you properly. I have a task to which I would commit all able-bodied men and women, you and Lord Arturel included. Calm as ever, even when you must surely sense the gravity of the situation, a veteran through and through, just as Lord Dreamont said. Good. We have lost contact with a reconnaissance party sent north of Riversmeet in search of the heretics' hideaway. Whether they were attacked or met with some other misfortune, we know not, but regardless of the cause, we must act quickly, for this is harsh, unforgiving land which can claim, and has claimed, the lives of many men. To ensure we find our missing knights as quickly as possible, I have assigned each party a different area to search. You and Lord Arturel will be working together. Seek him out when you are ready to depart, and good luck. Guessing this might be similar to the other section where like you get introduced to like a faction or whatever. It seems to have been assigned the area near Camp Riversmeet, Master Reinhardt. Lest you are unaware, the camp was one of many our knights were forced to abandon when we withdrew from the Curthus Western Highlands. One of many sacrifices made in the wake of the calamity. It would not surprise me if our knights took shelter there. There is but one way to find out though. Let us be off. Okay, mate. Oi, oi, oi. Ooh la la. Ding dang do. The path you gave me, I'd not seen one of those in a long, long time. It brought back memories. Yes, it did. Did it? The village here grew years ago around the barracks housing the Ishgardian scouting forces. It may have been a small village, but it had long and rich history. Okay. Whoa. Get all these quests up and running, ready? Side quest. Da diddy da 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 diddy da 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 diddy da 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 diddy da da da. I don't know why I'm doing that. Love is a burning ring. I'll stop. I'm being an idiot. Bit of a weird mood today, to be fair. There we are. Woot. Woot. Find the other artifact. Here it is. Piss off, mate. We're not interested. Bum bada 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 bum bada 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 bum bada 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 bum bada bada bum 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 bum. Ba ba da ba 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 da ba da ba ba da ba da ba da ba ba Why am I not using the chocobo? Ignore me. Whee! There below us, Camp Rivers meet, or what remains of it. I can see no way to descend the cliff safely from here. Should we fall, the beasts below would make short work of us. Come, I know a path to the riverbed below, east of the Black Iron Bridge. If the reconnaissance party came this way, I see no sign of it. Still, it is possible that recent storms have obscured their trail, or that they took an alternate route to Camp Riversmeet. Until we investigate the camp itself, we cannot be certain. We must press on. Let's go. Hello there. Nerve sever. Dun, dun. You wanna go, yeah? Can bring it on, bitch. Fuck you up, mate. So I'm guessing it's just displaying the different types of damage, so melee, maybe different types of magic, like Arcana, Black, White, Necrotic, if that is a category. Could be. It's an MMO. Da 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 da. Bow 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 ba da ba da ba da da ba da da ba da da ba da ba da ba. A level 51 Polaroid bear. Dun dun. Dun 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 dun. No. Yeah, boy. Are you alright? I heard sounds of a struggle. Thank the Fury, I thought no one would come. 3 heretics slain and 1 knight saved, just like that. You certainly live up to your reputation, Master Ironheart. What happened here, sir? Is there no one else? We were caught in a furious blizzard north of here, my lord. Naught but white all around until we saw shapes moving towards us, running towards us, with naked steel in their hands. I cut down a few of the bastards who came close, but the others, they were shouting and screaming, but after a while I could only hear unfamiliar voices. I found my way to the camp, hoping to hide while the storm passed. But the heretics tracked you here. Aye, my lord, the heretics' hideaway lies somewhere to the north. We must move quickly before the snow buries all traces of their passing. For my brothers, we must... Have faith, sir, justice will be done. But first we must see you to safety. He has the right of it, Master Ironheart. Whatever remains of the heretic's trail will be gone with the next snowfall, but we cannot very well leave our friend here. I will see him to Falcon's Nest and gather reinforcements. In the meantime, I would have you search the area to the north of the camp for signs of the attack. Should you pick up the heretic's trail, do not wait for me. Follow it back to their lair forthwith, being sure to leave me some clear footprints. I realise that this plan may place you in considerable danger, but I see no alternative. Rest assured we will not be far behind our area, thank you. I mean, you saw on the mission picture that it's going to be Iceheart, but I was going to kind of guess that anyway. Bum. Bum, 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 bum. Oh, level sync. The tracks continue to the north. It's going to be similar to saving Em and Elaine. You're going to get an area to explore. Does it lead to the dusk visual, maybe? Piss off. Piss off. Okay, okay. Try and keep a fair distance away. Okay, more. Spineless heretic. Gonna assume it's here. Gorgania Mills. Oh, some candles. There we go. You made me blind, give me a virus. Yeet, miasma? No, do not give me virus or miasma. Bad air. Hello again, Iceheart.
Looking for me, I presume.
Hello, Midgard Sorma.
Ah, the child who glimpsed the truth.
No, it cannot be.
He cameth unto me, as didst thou, alike in gifts, yet set upon different paths.
Well, she did tell us to go to the Keeper of the Lake.
Warrior of light. Like you, I have been blessed with the echo. The visions terrified me at first. They came without warning. I wondered what I had done to deserve them. But I had no time to ponder such things once the calamity came. The land turned against us, and in a matter of hours, Falcon's Nest was buried under 10 fulms of ice and snow. We had no choice but to flee for Ishgard. We came to the wall, and while we searched for a way through, there was an avalanche. And then I was alone. So I set forth for Dravania. I knew full well what might happen were I found. But I could not survive on my own. I was found, of course. And not by a mere dragon, but by the great worm Hraesvelgr. And it was then that I knew why I had been given this gift. For with it I heard his voice, and saw the truth through his eyes.
Is it a tainted truth, though?
I was chosen to deliver this revelation to the people. To bring dragon and man together as they once were, and should ever be.
Killing civilians won't bring them together.
It wasn't supposed to be like that. You have to believe me. It was beyond my control. Children taught to fear the skies, who saw their loved ones slaughtered. Yet the Dravanians, though they know where the fault truly lies, fell upon them with such fury.
Men die, and their children forget. But we are everlasting. To us, then is as now. Thou canst not comprehend the violation, the outrage, the fury.
I will make this right. I am neither a saint nor a savior, just another sinner. Yet I will not forsake this cause. I cannot. I will see this cycle broken and peace restored. We can do naught else, for we are now as one.
Is he satisfied with that? We can't tell, but yeah. Midgard's Storm just made the point, because he's been around, along with everyone else, for so long. They don't forget easy. Master Reinhardt, praise Haloni. You are alive. We came as swiftly as we could, but I see we are too late. So they were lurking in the cellar of this farmhouse. 'Tis a pity Lady Iceheart escaped, but we must not let that detract you from your accomplishment. We have them on the run. You have dealt our foes a telling blow this day, my friend, and I shall see that your efforts are recognised. Establishing an outpost in so remote a location could not have been easy, tenacious devils. The knights have matters here well in hand. Let's return to Falcon's Nest and share our discoveries with Sir Redwald. Okay. Before that, though. I need to do some stuff. Round it. Yeet. Hot-tempered night. Gods be cursed, mere moments ago I was mobbed by a huge swarm of frost grenades. Okay, interesting. Let's go. You shall die by the swing of an axe. Sorry. That's 3 I've killed. Why was it not? I don't know. It's whatever. No. Thank you, Jesus Christ. I don't know why that happened. Dun, 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 dun. There you go, mate. Maybe my Valentine, yeah. And there we are. Bum bada bada bum bada bada bum bum. Right, that's everything. we go report back. Lord Arturel, Master Reinhardt, full glad bloody hell, full glad I had to see you both hale and healthy. What news? You mean to say you hunted the heretics down on your own and slew them before reinforcements could arrive? By the Fury. I believe we have made great strides towards purging these lands of heretics, and I mean to say as much when I deliver my report to my father in the Holy See. As will I, Lord Arturel. May it serve to remind our superiors what houses Durandare and Photon could achieve through continued cooperation. Indeed, I trust you and your knights are content to handle the rest. We most certainly are, my lord. During your short time with us, you and Master Reinhardt have accomplished far more than I had thought possible. I cannot, in good conscience, impose upon you any longer. Pray return to Ishgard with my thanks. As you wish, Sir Redwald. We thank you for your hospitality. I think it's quite cool that they give you the start of clearly the two main plot points. You get to choose what you do first. You go to the two different areas. But yeah. God. Jesus. Anyway, now done that, let's go. The Foundation. Whoa. This is the foundation of everything you've ever found. do 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 do. Master Reinhardt, I would speak plain. From the first I questioned your motives and your competence. Unjustly, I now realise. Rumours have a way of growing more fantastic as they spread, and quite frankly those surrounding you beg a belief. But Horshathon swore that all the stories were true. He championed your cause and begged Father to grant you patronage. And he duly listened, because for all his wisdom he has never been able to say no to my dear half-brother, the legacy of my father's sole indiscretion. Mother hated him, of course. Even on her deathbed she refused to acknowledge him, and, to be honest, she was not alone in her feelings. But that is not the worst of it. At Camp Riversmeet, when we came upon the wounded knight, I knew immediately that one of us would have to pursue the heretics alone, an onerous task, fraught with danger. And there you were, the saviour of Eorzea, an honoured guest of House Photon, my new comrade in arms, Horshathon's dear friend. I told myself it was to be a test, but part of me hoped that you would fail. Yet you accepted the task without a word of protest, nor any sign of fear, and you duly tracked the enemy down, faced him alone, and lived to tell the tale. Plainly, Horshathon had the right of it all along. That I doubted your strength bespeaks mine own weakness, but I will not doubt you again, Master Reinhardt. On that you have my word. Right, there we go. Ah, Master Ironheart. My lord the Count much desires to speak with you regarding your time with Lord Arturel and Lord Amerlane, if you would remain here for a moment.
The hero returns. I cannot thank you enough for saving young Amerlane's life. Aye, he told me everything. I've also received letters from both House Zamail and Durandare praising your conduct, and that of House Forton. You've won us much honor, my friend.
My lord.
What is it? Speak.
Pray, forgive the intrusion, my lord, but I bring grave tidings. Master Alphino and Mistress Tataru have been detained on suspicion of fomenting heresy.
What? Explain.
They were observed entering a tavern in the lower levels on some half-dozen occasions. There, it is claimed, they made a number of inquiries. Inquiries which brought them into contact with certain elements. 'Twas this which prompted a knight of the Heavensward to demand that they be questioned. Sir Grinno, my lord.
Sir Grinno is a brute. Exceedingly accomplished brute, but a brute nonetheless. Alas, he is also a son of House Zamail. How quickly we forget the petty nature of men. I'd wager your friends are no more than pawns in another of my countrymen's games. Such is the way of things between the high houses.
Of course, they play games. They play a game of chess to see which house gets the best praise. You would have won the hearts and minds of many of my countrymen. There are those who will never be swayed, men who will dismiss your efforts and resent your successes, even as we celebrate them. 'Tis like that one such member of House Dismail is manipulating Sir Grinno, for he is not a man to dabble in politics of his own volition. He may genuinely believe your friends to be guilty, though I am quite certain his masters know better. Yet the truth will avail us naught if we cannot prove their innocence. You would do well to speak with Sir Aymeric at the congregation of our Knights Most Heavenly. He will know more of these charges. We haven't seen Aymeric yet in the DLC, I don't think. No, we haven't. Dun 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 dun. Bum 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 bum. It has been too long, Aramir. Would that this visit came under happier circumstances. You are come to plead for Master Alphino, Mistress Tartaru, I take it. Word of their detainment reached us while I was delivering my port on the Vanu Primal. Truly, I know not which is the more ludicrous, these charges or that flying feathered whale. That Sir Grinno's accusations are baseless, I have no doubt. Refuting them will be difficult, however, as he is a knight of the Heavensward. I speak of the personal guard of the Archbishop, the 12 finest knights in all of Ishgard, sworn to serve his eminence alone. Suffice it to say, their testimony is unimpeachable, and I have not the authority to challenge their actions. After all the Scions have done, routing the heretics and defeating Shiva, helping us to defend the steps of faith and drive back the Devranian horde, after proving themselves true allies on countless occasions, is there naught we can do? I fear that there is but one path left to us. We must demand a trial by combat. But of course. In a trial by combat sanctioned by the Inquisition, the victor's claim is judged true regardless of the petitioner's standing. Under Ishgardian law, a trial by combat pits the accuser against the accused. In this instance, Master Alphino and Mistress Tartaru would be expected to face Sir Grenou and a second of his choosing, another knight of the Heavensward most like. Two of them, by the Fury, that can hardly be considered fair. Master Alphino's magical talents will not have gone unnoticed, meaning that he will have no choice but to participate. Mistress Tartaru, on the other hand, is quite obviously bereft of martial skill, and should be afforded the right to name a champion to fight in her stead. Lest you doubt, I am ready and willing to serve in this capacity, as I am sure is Lord Holshafon, but all here present know that you are the most accomplished warrior among us, and mayhap in the realm at large. Then it is settled. I will visit Master Alphino at once, and inform him of our intentions, Aramir. Meet me at the tribunal when you have made ready. Until then, my friend. Do 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 do. Dun, 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 dun. There we go. Listen carefully, Aramir. When the trial begins, the petitioner will be asked to restate his charges, and the accused invited to respond. Then, in accordance with the law, they will be asked to restate their request for a trial by combat. Once the High Abdicator acknowledges Mistress Tartaru's right to name a champion, that is when you must make your entrance. Oh, I cannot wait to see the look on Sir Grenou's face when he sees his true opponent, which will be priceless. More seriously, should you begin to lose heart, look to me in the stands, and I shall cheer so loud you will wonder how you could ever have contrived to doubt yourself. Now, are you ready?
We are gathered here today under the watchful gaze of the Fury to ascertain the guilt of 2 souls in a trial by combat. Petitioners, step forward. Sir Grenou, for the benefit of all here present, I would ask you to repeat the charges which you have levelled against this man and this woman.
I, Sir Grenou de Zemile, brother of the Heavensward, did bear witness to these 2 foreigners consorting with heretics.
Let the accused step forward. Alphino Leveilleur, Tartaru, you have heard the charges levelled against you. Will you take up arms to refute Sir Grenou's claim, and thereby prove your innocence in the eyes of gods and men?
I, Alphino Leveilleur, am innocent of this charge, and claim my right to trial by combat.
I, Tartaru, am innocent of this charge, but I am no warrior and cannot fight. So, I claim the right to name a champion.
Tataru's voice sounds like...
To the old and the infirm, the young and the weak, this right we allow. Very well. Who will stand for this woman?
So Alphino's voice actor isn't too much different, but I feel like Tartaru's is so much different, it's weird. Hello, motherfucker. Time to die.
Just as I was beginning to doubt the efficacy of the Ishgardian justice system. Come, my friend. Let us put an end to this mummer's farce.
Render unto us your judgment. Raise up the righteous, and cast down the wicked.
Good to see Alphino in combat. It's going to be quite cool. Oh, he has a spinny axe as well, does he? Way. My spinny axe is better. Get rid of this bitch first. I shall do what I can to support you, Aramir. Now let us teach these noble sirs. Yep.
I have my pride.
Take this bitch on first. Let Alphino soak up damage for now. Once this bitch is down. Alphino's fine. Having these like text boxes like that was clearly added for. It's either the DLC or it's a new thing they've added on the update that was today.
Down with you!
Oh wow, you're weaker, are you? Piss off, mate. I mean, we won. The Fury has spoken. Alphino Levier, Tartaru Taru, you are hereby acquitted of all charges. Blessed are we who receive of her wisdom and see justice wrought by her divine hand. Petitioners accused, go forth in peace. Delivered from an untimely demise yet again. My thanks as always. By the Fury, what a splendid victory, to see how you strove in the face of adversity. Two brave young souls bound together by the Poisson. That video is quite funny. I need to stop though. By the puissant bonds of camaraderie. Why, it stirred me to the very depths of my soul. Having been treated to such a rousing spectacle, it seems only right that I present you with a humble token of mine admiration. With it, you may summon a black chocobo, fully trained and ready to fly. Oh, we need one of these bad boys. Magnificent is she not? Strong yet sleek, elegant yet eager. What say you, Aramir? Will you take her for your steed? Yeah, man. Lord Horshfon, chocobos are prohibited in the stream sacred tribunal of Hellenic Inquisitory Doctrine. Your steed must remain outside. Such a mouthful for no absolute reason. Ether currents now accessible. Collection expanded. Ether compass acquired. You have obtained a black chocobo and riding this mount you'll have the ability to fly, provided certain conditions have been met. To fly in a given region, you must first find and attune to all the local ether currents. In order to attune to some ether currents, you will need to complete certain quests. However, most can be discovered via exploration. To aid you in this endeavour, you've also obtained an ether compass, which will provide you with both the bearing and the distance to the nearest ether current upon use. The ether compass can be found under collection in the duty section of the main menu. To review your progress, select travel from the main menu, followed by ether currents. I see. Dun dun dun. I will do that one. Circle. There we are. Black chocobos are all well and good, but the true reward for your efforts is the exoneration of your comrades. They shall be released upon the completion of certain minor formalities, which I mean to see to personally. In the meantime, pray return to Photon Manor. The Count has done so already, and will doubtless be eager to discuss the day's events. Right, well. Hang on, let's have a look. So, travel, ether currents. So there's 24. They're going to be scattered around there, but Götabana, Hingashi, Ilsabard, Norvrant, and then you've got Nordona, the Northern Empty Labyrinthos. What is this second star then? I wonder. You've got all of these. Da 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 do do da dee da da do da da dee. Doodla doodla dee 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 dee. Ba doo doo ba doo boo ba ba boo boo ba boo. Heloni smiles on us yet again, Master Ironheart, guiding you to victory and setting your comrades free. I confess I did fear for your safety, which is not to say I doubted your prowess, you understand. I merely knew the strength of your opponents. You do have a habit of exceeding my expectations. Besting two of the Heavensward while the city elite looked on, by the fury, anyone who hasn't been paying attention to you will surely do so from now on. So, the plan backfired really, because it just helped me majorly. But it could also create enemies. My lord. We've just received a message from the vault. His Eminence, the Archbishop, requests the presence of Master Ironheart. An invitation from the Archbishop? What an honour. A personal summons is indeed a great honour, and given recent events you would be wise not to delay. Go, Master Ironheart, we shall speak anon. A priest will be waiting for you outside the vault. Identify yourself to him and he will escort you inside. If you're going to split this DLC into acts, I'm going to assume this might be the end of Act 1. I don't know, we'll see how it goes. There's a lot going on in Ishgard itself. So if I go on Companion... Do-do-do. I don't know, we'll leave that for now. Hello. We are honoured to receive you, Master Ironheart. This way, please. He had to take his helmet off, did he?
Your Eminence, it is my honor to present to you the Warrior of Light.
I have heard the tales of your many grand endeavors. The Lord Commander has also been most effusive in his praise. I am Thorin VII, Archbishop of the Ishgardian Orthodox Church, and I bade you come here that I might offer my personal apologies. You will forgive me for not calling upon you as courtesy would dictate. But, as you can see, my more sprightly days are long behind me. But I digress. Your companions were wrongly accused of heresy and subjected to gross indignities. This, I am sorry to say, was the result of negligence on the part of our nation's protectors. Negligence born of an excess of zeal. Is that not so, Sir Zephyrin?
Yes, Your Eminence. Regrettably, it would appear that we of the Heavensward were in receipt of erroneous information. Sir Grinno has ever been headstrong. He pressed charges before the truth had been ascertained, for which I most sincerely apologize.
Yeah, of course.
An unfortunate misunderstanding born of an earnest desire to serve Ishgard, but one which should never have occurred. For who could doubt the character of those who bested Shiva and drove the Horde from the steps of faith? Not I. That much is certain. That will be all, Sir Zephyrin. I would speak with our guest in private.
Your Eminence? As you wish, Your Eminence. That will be all for today.
Privacy is a luxury rarely afforded one in my position. Now, tell me, young man, what do you know of the Asians? Much and more, I shouldn't wonder, being the bringer of light. You should know that I myself have met with them, have entertained them as guests, even.
Well, we saw La Habrea next to his throne just before the final part of A Realm Reborn started.
Offered us power, that we might continue our war against the dragons. I have no intention of aiding their cause, of course, nor less of being their puppet. Yet, were I to refuse them outright, I should learn naught of their true objectives and remain powerless to stop them. Thus have I hearkened to their words with interest and paid lip service to their beliefs, biding my time and preparing for the inevitable conflict. And why do I tell you this? Because there is naught in this world they fear more than the power of the warrior of light. If we are to rid ourselves of these vile interlopers, we must lead work together. With our combined strength, I have faith that we can wrest Eorzea from their grasp and pave the way for a lasting peace. Think on it.
Interesting. Or should I say interestorante? But there we are. We just saw La Habrea smiling next to him on the throne. Because we can't know what to truly believe yet. Snakes can be anywhere in RPGs, well, especially RPGs. A lot of potential for betrayals and double crossings everywhere. I like how he says welcome instead of welcome. A bit weird, but you know. Hello, they are back. Well, hey.
There you are. I confess, I was more than a little concerned when I learned that you had been summoned to the vault. What did they want with you? Well, well. A formal apology and an admonishment of those responsible. I see my fears were wholly misplaced. By the gods! The Archbishop freely admits to consorting with Ascians. So, their ambitions extend to Ishgard as well. We will have new primals to contend with ere long, of that you may be certain. 'Tis but a matter of time. Yet shorn of the support of our missing allies, what can we realistically hope to achieve?
In the midst of all the excitement, I completely forgot to tell you. When I was asking around about the Scions, I heard the most awful rumor. General Rauburn is to be executed for crimes against the Sultanate.
Ah, shit.
If the Flame General dies, we will lose a staunch ally, and the one man capable of holding the Sultana's assassins to account. Lord Orshafon was wise to counsel restraint, but this business will brook no delay. We cannot permit this execution to take place. We must save Rauburn.
Oh. Lucky number 7. Achievement unlocked. We have Disclosure, Keeping the Flame Alive, Unrest in Ishgard, The Sins of Antiquity, One Good Turn, Hour of Departure, Den Heavensward. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And they're all the Stormblood ones. There'll be all the Shadowbringers ones, yeah, and then these are the Endwalker ones. Yep. And then they're the bonus, well, there'll be the level 90 quests of Endwalker. But yeah. Though the situation calls for urgency, it would avail us little to charge headlong into Uldar without a plan. Before we could formulate a plan, however, we must first learn how things stand in the Sultanate, which is why I propose that we visit Limsa Laminza. Ah, you heard me right. While you were about the altruistic endeavours, I acted as an intermediary in trade negotiations between Half Fatom and Laminzan Consortium. During said negotiations, an opportunity to send word to the Admiral presented itself, and I duly seized it. I am happy to report that we have yet a stout ally in Limsa. The Admiral has pledged her full cooperation in any effort to rescue Rawbarn. Well, of course, I'm guessing Carney Senaril as well. I was wondering how long it would take to go back to the 3 regions. But here we are. Accordingly, I have agreed to meet with her, that we might discuss how best to proceed. Naturally, I told her to expect us both. Your presence never fails to embolden our allies, after all. When you arrive in Limsa Laminza, make yourself known to Sergeant Zanfiel at Bulwark Hall on the lower decks. He will admit you to the bridge. Of course, Rawbarn only has 1 arm left. That's just the way it is. So got these bloody moogling bloody ones I'm not really too bothered about. Here we are. The Admiral has been expecting you. Said a word and I will take you to her. I'll view this cutscene and we'll go from there.
Friends, 'tis good to see you safe and well. I will admit I had not counted on you seeking, let alone finding refuge within the Holy See, but full glad was I to learn that you had.
Thankfully,
Melwib has a different one as well. Good.
And theirs was not the only aid we receive, I suspect. When we fled Uldar, we fully expected to become wanted men, known to all and hounded at every turn. Yet that did not come to pass. On the contrary, 'twould seem the charges against us have not been made public. Might we have you to thank for that, Admiral?
Hello, Richard. How are you?
Sharp as ever, Master Elfino. On Marshal Terrapin's urging, the Elder Seedseer and I demanded that the Syndicate suppress news of the Scion's alleged crimes until such time as irrefutable evidence could be found. Our argument was simple. Lacking proof to a...
Good. Oh shit, just
There
actually
is
skip that.
something you should know. Some few days prior to the banquet, the Elder Seedseer and I were summoned for a private audience with the Sultana. There, she revealed her intent to announce her abdication.
Of course.
That she might
She told
pave the way
Aramir
for
this
the
before she was
establishment of
poisoned.
the Uldar Republic.
What? But such an announcement would have plunged the entire nation into chaos.
She was well aware of that. 'Twas for fear of what might ensue that she summoned us. Her Grace wanted the Elder Seedseer and I to lend Rawbarn a helping hand, you see. to aid him in preserving the peace during the transition.
I need to get used to all the different voice actors.
So, having somehow caught wind of her plan, Lolorito and Teleji plotted the Sultana's assassination in the hope of maintaining the constitutional status quo. But they must have known that her death would sow as much chaos as her abdication. Chaos from which Teleji alone might feasibly stand to profit. Surely Lolorito would never knowingly... Ah, could it be? I dare not hope.
The Uldan authorities have yet to announce the Sultana's passing. To allay any suspicion that may arise from Her Grace's absence, they have issued a statement to the effect that she is presently convalescing from illness.
That's what they did with the Queen a few months ago. Most of England knew that the Queen was going to go within the next 24 hours of that announcement, and then we found out. Of course, in this game, it's done for a different reason. But yeah,
I was dismayed to learn that General Raoban is to be executed. Yet upon hearing the news, I could not help but wonder why he had been kept alive for so long. Pray mistake not my meaning. I am, of course, overjoyed that our friend still draws breath, and that he might yet be saved. But if his enemies truly wished to eliminate him, they could have done so immediately. I see no reason for this delay.
Aye, you've struck upon an important point, Master Alphino. Following his capture, Raoban had been held in the Marasaja pit within Uldar. In recent days, however, he has reportedly been moved to an unknown location.
Shock.
Queerly, 'twas not the brass blades who spirited him away either, but a band of soldiers decked in blue.
Oh.
The Crystal Braves.
Aye. If I read the winds aright, the arrangement between Lord Lolorito and the Braves has come under strain. At any rate, if we're to rescue Raoban, we'll have to find him first. And you'll be glad to hear that I have already entrusted the task to those best able to see it done. Our friends of Doma.
Raoban's survival is vital to the Eorzean Alliance. We can ill afford to lose him, but I cannot send troops into Uldar to spell the end of the Alliance and war. Like as not, if there is to be a rescue, it falls to you and yours to attempt it. I would not have it any other way, Admiral. It was I who founded the Crystal Braves, and I must take responsibility for their actions. Spoken like a true leader, Master Alphino. By way of a first step, you should seek out our Doman contact. You'll find her among the frontier hands at Revenant's Toll, working in the kitchen. So of course, the Brass Blades and the Crystal Braves are all... they've taken over Revenant's Toll. To the point where you can't really get through, but... that's just the way it is. To be fair, I didn't know how long we'd be in Ishgard for before coming back to here, but they might do it like Ishgard progression, mainland progression, do it like that. But of course, we do not know. Jesus. Oh, Beloved of the Builder, that's a new one. Is that Doge? Oh, let's go to Rowena. This is where we're going to. Rowena's House of Splendors. How do we go up top? And how do I get select Mount Roulette to select from favourites only. I mean, this guy can fly anyway, but you know. I've been up here. Ooh. Master Aramir, I know in my heart that you are safe, but to see you again in the flesh, words cannot well express my relief. Even as the victory feast was taking place, the Crystal Braves turned upon us and took the Rising Stones by force. Amid the chaos, some few of my compatriots and I were able to slip away unnoticed. Since then, we have remained in Revenant's Toll, keeping watch over the mutineers while awaiting your return. You have done well by us, and we Daemons do not soon forget our debts. We swear to do all within our power to aid you. Shortly before you arrived, I received word from Limsa Liminza that you were searching for General Rawbarn. As the Admiral will have informed you, he was recently moved from his cell in the Marasaja pit. At the same juncture, you, Hasei, and the 3rd Unit were observed leaving the Rising Stones. This could be no simple coincidence. Their purpose, we believe, is to escort the Flame General to the scene of his execution. Suffice it to say, we have people shadowing the 3rd. If you would join the hunt, pray seek out Doware at Highbridge, where I too am bound. Well, I think this is the perfect place to end it. We've got the next, well, I guess the second act of Heavensward underway. We have returned to, I guess you could say, the mainland of Eorzea, but I guess Ishgard technically is, but everywhere's floating on mountains or up in the sky. But I guess we'll call it, we're back in the Realm Reborn area, where I will start, of course tomorrow I will start the act in which I will be attempting to save Rawbarn from execution. But until then, I hope you have enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next episode, and I'll see you in a few for Wild Arms 3, where I try and figure out where the bloody hell I need to go next, and see what dungeon I can find. But until then, hope you have enjoyed, and I'll see you in the next